Welcome to the Tarryn Reeves Show, the podcast for elite entrepreneurs, visionary leaders, and high-impact CEOs who are ready to grow their brand, amplify their message, and build a legacy. I'm your host, Tarryn Reeves, multiple international best-selling author, publishing strategist, and founder of Automatic Authority Publishing and Press House. Each week, we dive into powerful conversations with trailblazing entrepreneurs and changemakers who are using storytelling to scale their business and impact. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for a dose of inspiration, strategy, and the truth behind what it really takes to turn your wisdom into wealth. Let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, I'll write the book when business slows down? As entrepreneurs, truthfully, we know that business actually never does slow down. And waiting for the perfect moment is how most entrepreneurs die with their book still inside them. And we don't want that to be you. So today I'm going to show you how to publish your book in just 90 days while running your business, while still being present in your life, without burning out, without dropping balls, and without sacrificing revenue. Because the truth is that your book doesn't have to be another task on your plate. Done right, your book becomes the plate that holds and elevates your whole business. So grab a coffee, notebook, whatever you need, because by the end of this episode, you will have a 90-day plan that you can actually execute on. Now, most entrepreneurs believe that writing a book takes years. And that is a lie that we've been sold by the publishing industry because they have such big wait times. Most of my entrepreneurs do their books within 90 days or less, and our base package is that. It's a guarantee that your book will be written and published within 90 days. Now, 90 days works because, number one, you already have the knowledge. All you're missing is structure, not the content. And when you have deadlines, when you have accountability, what that does is that creates momentum. When I wrote one of my books, I was raising a newborn and running a business. In fact, I wrote half of the book when I was pregnant, gave birth in between, and then was raising a newborn and she was 7 at the time, my daughter as well, and running a business. I didn't have hours to lock myself away, and nor would I want to. What I did have was a plan, accountability, and ruthless focus. And that book became a bestseller. There are 3 phases of a 90-day publishing plan, if you like. So phase 1 is clarity, and that's days 1 to 14. Phase 2 is creation, where you're looking at days 15 to 60. And then phase 3 is the completion, days 61 to 90. Okay, let's break each phase down. Phase 1, clarity, days 1 to 14. This is where you really want to spend time nailing your why. Who is this book for? What transformation does it deliver? And how does it connect to your business? This is super crucial to get right because most entrepreneurs will write for themselves or try and regurgitate everything that they know. And it comes out reading a bit like a university textbook. We don't want that. Your ideal reader needs to really understand what they're getting from the book, and it needs to move them from point A to point B, from problem to transformation, very, very clearly, and speak directly to them. Okay? You want to outline your book in detail before writing a single chapter. So this is going to be your roadmap. You want to think problem, solution, transformation. So you want to jot down the main chapters that you like. I call them umbrella chapters. And then under each chapter, under each umbrella, you will have a series of dot points about what you're going to cover. So keep in mind problem, solution, transformation. Then you want to create your writing rhythm and stick to it. Even 30 minutes a day adds up. So look for time in your calendar where you may not be using it or where you maybe delegate something else and gain back 30 minutes of your time, because I promise you each little bit does add up. Phase 3 is creation, days 15 to 60. So I want you to ditch perfection, and I know this is hard because you don't want to edit while you're writing. Forget about it. Do not edit while you write. You want your raw, messy draft first, and then once you've got that, you can polish it later. Otherwise, you will get stuck in overwhelm, you get stuck in perfectionism, you'll start questioning yourself, the inner critic will get louder. No, just get it out. You can use voice dictation or repurpose content from your talks, your podcasts, your blogs, your training to cut writing time in half. Work smarter, not harder. And something else that can really, really help is to keep progress visible. You can have your word count goals, chapter checklists, accountability buddies, whatever works for you. Find something and stick to it, because accountability to yourself, to a writing buddy, really will help you get over the line. And your phase 3 is your completion, days 61 to 90. This is where you're going to be doing all your editing, your proofreading, your formatting. And this is where discipline, and hear me on this, delegation matter. Please don't DIY everything. You can outsource your typesetting, your cover design, and your editing. So when people work with us, they hand over the book and then they don't hear from us for a little while until it's time to start checking things, and they can get back to business as usual. So please outsource and delegate where you can. In the completion phase, I also want you to start your launch plan early. Don't wait to day 90 to suddenly spring it on your audience. Go, hey, I have a book, and expect miracles to happen. It's not going to work like that. You need to utilize your email list, podcast appearances, pre-order strategies, social media, all of those sorts of things. Bring your audience along for the ride. Don't just spring it on them. And if you're listening to this and thinking, yep, I want to publish my book in 90 days, but I really need guidance and accountability, this is exactly what I help entrepreneurs do. Inside the AAA experience, I partner with you one-on-one to take your book from idea to publish bestseller in as little as 90 days, without you doing it alone or wasting months second-guessing yourselves. So if you're serious, head over to automaticauthority.com and let's make it happen. Right. Now the question becomes, how do I fit this inside of my business and of my life? There are 3 kind of key things that I want you to think about here. The first is to book in non-negotiable writing sprints into your calendar, just like you would an important meeting with your client. If you've got a doctor's appointment, if you go to the gym regularly, this is the same thing for this 90 days. Book in your writing sprints and do not deviate from them. If you slip up one day, maybe you can schedule it in, some extra time the next day, but please try not to slip up. I know life happens, but it's 90 days and we need to have ruthless focus here. The other thing that you can do is to use the content swap method. So instead of creating a new blog or video or whatever it is, you can draft a book section that can double as content. Your book becomes an endless source of content. I turn chapters of my book into podcasts, into YouTube videos, into shorts, into social media, into newsletters, all the things. So work smarter again and not harder. And the other way that you can gain back more time is to delegate more in your business during these 90 days. Maybe you need an extra VA on board, but it's temporary. The ROI lasts forever. Maybe you need to hire a cleaner for home. Maybe you need to get a meal delivery service for that 90 days. Think outside the box to how you can free up more of your time. Delegation is key. So let's talk about some common roadblocks, because you are going to run into them. You might be sitting there and going, I don't have time to write. I hear you. I really do. I am one of the most time poor people in the world. I think we all feel that way, but you do not need a 3-hour block to write. What you do need is about 30 minutes consistently. Okay. So 30 minutes consistently will beat 3 hours on a Monday and nothing for the rest of the week. Okay. It will really give you that discipline and that focus to just get it out. You've done your 30 minutes. You can tick it off. You can feel good that you've done your goal, and then you can move on to doing some other things. The common one I also hear is, I'm not a writer. No, you're not. You're not a writer. You don't have to be. You are an expert. Your book is about clarity, not about flowery prose. We're not trying to be Shakespeare or Hemingway. We want clarity. Editors have the job of fixing words, not you. You bring the wisdom, your editor will take care of the rest. That's why we have them. That's why they're trained. Then the other big thing, the big fear, what if it flops? With the right positioning, your book is a marketing machine and not a gamble. I have got so much content on this that you can go and pick up about how to position your book so that it doesn't flop. But if you do the work, and you have the right strategy in place, the right positioning, your book will be a marketing machine. It will work hard for your business, and it isn't a gamble. So we can park that fear. And your book isn't just a book, it's a sales funnel, a lead generator, a credibility booster, and it's also a legacy piece. So the 90 days is not about rushing, it's about focused execution. So your book actually gets into the hand of people who need it. Just like launching a new product, a new course, a new software piece, you're really focusing to get this done and get this out there in the same way you would any of those other things in your business. So here's your challenge. Stop waiting for the perfect time, because I can tell you right now it will never arrive. Map out your next 90 days with clarity, creation, and completion in mind. Understand that your book is the doorway to new clients, bigger opportunities, and a legacy that is going to outlive you. And if you're ready to stop dabbling and start publishing, let's talk. You can head to automaticauthority.com or come send me a message on any of my socials. I reply to all of those personally. And I want you to remember that your story is your most powerful business asset. So you need to write it, you need to publish it, and then you need to use it, because you are the authority. And if you're not claiming that space, somebody else is. Thanks for tuning in to the Tarryn Reeves Show. If today's episode lit a fire in you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a story that could transform your business. If you're ready to write the book that positions you as the go-to authority in your industry, visit automaticauthority.com to find out how we can help you make it happen. Until next time, keep owning your story, leading with impact, and building a legacy.